to look at those statistics. But anyways, it looks like it's going to be pretty close here for how this battle plays out. And he is going to put up those, putting up a lot of turrets here. Mutalisk probably will come out fairly soon. It depends what kind of late game. We are seeing those Mutalisks come out, so I mean, he is going he's just delaying it because he's taking all these expansions here, and he's going to be key to get these Mutalisks in and put a lot of pressure on to really keep Hwasin in the base. And Hwasin's going to snipe that Overlord, actually. That's not supposed to happen, I think. I'm just kidding. I know it's not supposed to happen. And we do see the group of Mutalisks out, and now we have the Hydralisk Den warping in, so he's just going to tech up. And as you see, very standard play on this map. Going to go ahead and throw about 5 or 6 sunken colonies down at your front door. And then if they try to push, you have the Mutalisk support, and you can just dominate these things. It's a hard map to push on. Take Fantasy versus Jadong, for an example. A fine game. And now we have the 3rd and 4th racks coming down. Hwasin's going to think about pushing fairly soon, probably, but it's going to be a hard doing with the number of sunken colonies at the front door. He's definitely going to have to wait till those tanks, wait till those science vessels, so he can go ahead and get a big irradiate on this Mutalisk and stop all that jazz. Hwasin's going to push out a little bit. There are a couple ridges to abuse on this map. Really, he's just trying to keep him in his base while his 4 gas can just kick in, and then he can go in ass-kicking mode and just rip apart these noobs. But we are seeing the tech to Hive, so again we're going to see the quick tech here, and might be a little vulnerable for a moment though. Sunken colonies aren't the strongest thing. They're not like photon cannons are versus the computer. They can be broken. We do see the starport going up with a couple tanks as soon as that science vessel comes out, or even right now. I'm going to say he's going to push. Looks like he's going to push right this moment. We do have the 7th sunken colony warping in. That is a lot of drones, yes, but it doesn't matter because your economy is so effective. We might see him just take his natural, wait till that science vessel, or we could go see Hwasin put on pressure, test the front doors. But even by sending the presence like he's going to push out, he is forcing his opponent to build a lot of Mutalisk here, or a lot of sunken colonies, excuse me, and scanning over that ridge, getting a couple free shots. Really, though, Hwasin's in a bit. We are seeing a greater spire after all here, but really, I don't even know if it's going to matter because there's a load of units coming at the front door, and Hiva could have a long, hard route to defend this here. As soon as those tanks, they can siege up. The key to this army is those tanks. Sunken colonies against tanks, it's like computer versus me. I mean, really, I'm always going to win that battle. The tanks will always win this battle. Not looking good for Hiva here. He only has that group of Mutalisks desperately trying to throw up sunken colonies all the way back, and this is one of the susceptibilities of when you do tech this fast. Losing a couple Marines here, but he's going to be able to march down this front door, I feel. Does he have more tanks on the way? Hiva hasn't been able to snipe one off quite yet. Going in there, trying to do what he can, picking off Marines, but Marines are built pretty quickly here, and more are definitely on the way. Hwasin knows he can't let the Zerg abuse this when Terran sits back. And just sits there and macros up. And yeah, you can tell the Greater Spire is almost up, but it's really, I think it's going to be too late here. Another Overlord going down. That is not what he wanted. Desperately trying. He has a lot of Mutalisks. He's going to have one last chance to break in. Stimming in. Hwasin is going for it, and these sunken colonies are falling at a pretty fast rate. And this is looking this isn't looking good for Hiva at all. He's going to be able to hold this off momentarily with these Mutalisks picking away at these Marines and medics. But more reinforcements should be on the way. And this is definitely breaking the front door. A lot of drones gonna be wasted to build it again. We are seeing a couple wraiths come out. Gonna be used against the Guardians here, or I mean against these Mutalisks here for now, with the support of this, and he's gonna be able to push in and siege up these, and things are looking pretty bad. One tank going down. It looks like this is gonna be held off momentarily, but a big force coming from Hwasin again soon, I'd have to say. Basically, he's only relying off those 2 sunken colonies. He can't afford to build like 12 more drones. That would just be silly here. Sorry, I had to grab a drink. And these wraiths on the way while he's getting his 3rd up. Things are looking absolutely terrible for Hiva, I must say. Doing a nice job holding this off momentarily with pretty good Mutalisk micro here. But I think it's too little here. I just think Hwasin, with more reinforcements on the way and the help of those wraiths to go against these Guardians that are now warping in, I mean, really, Guardians with Sunken Colony is a sexy defense, but Hwasin pushing in right before they become Guardians, right before that Greater Spire comes up here, and just doing a great job. He is going to be able to hold this off momentarily, but you see the Wraith count. He's going to be able to get up 6, and this is going to be able to march over this. Things are looking pretty bad here for Hyvaa right now, and I think this is going to be Hwasin's game if he can continue to put pressure on, keep those tanks alive, and just go for the front door right now. This is one of these maps that you really can't harass anywhere but the front door. You just have to pound that front door and pound it until hopefully you can fall. The Wraiths coming in here. Wraiths are pretty weak against Mutalisk, but they do have it, and they're getting all those Guardians. That's the only thing he's really scared of. He is going to be down to 1 Guardian, it looks like, in a moment, and now 0 Guardians left, relying on those Sunken Colonies and those Mutalisk purely. Nice Mutalisk micros so far, but too little, too late. Hwasin just overwhelming on perfect timing, and that is the timing that a Hwasin King can have if he plays his game. And Hwasin definitely playing his game right now. Looking a lot better in game 1 than game 2 than game 1. I hope he can come back and pwn Hyvaa in game 3. And I am such a biased commentator, but I really do think Hwasin will win game 3. I just think that I'm desperately trying to come back and put a little Mutalisk control, do a little economic damage. But at the turret, he does have some turrets, and with the Marines, he's just trying to delay and force him off the front door. But this is the remainder of the Zerg's force, and things are looking pretty bad. It's about 3-3 bases right now. Zerg desperately trying to expand, but as you can see, he is in a lot of trouble right now. Barely mining at his natural. Things are looking pretty bad here for a Hyvaa. Going to be able to come in and snipe off that SCV, delay another chance of an expansion, but pretty well turreted. The Guardian's going to try to harass that, but another push from Hwasin I think is going to sum it up here. I just don't think Hyvaa, unless Hwasin just goes dull and plays like he can sometimes, sadly, then I think this is his game. And another force of Marine and Medics coming out. We're going to put a lot of pressure back on that front door. Overlord's getting out of there. Save yourself, they're screaming as they run away here. But that Marine and Medic count's going to get pretty big pretty quickly. I think he's pumping out about 9, and he has those race support. Guardians aren't going to be very useful at all. And the Sunken Colonies are all down, and that's really why Hwasin's going to be able to march in and do a lot of damage again. And he's trying to delay it. That Polar Bear guy just kind of chilling there. But anyways, taking a lot of shots here, killing a couple of Marines here, and now he's going to be able to come in with these race while he follows it by a push. 1 Guardian getting taken out. Solo, the 2nd Guardian getting taken out. He's trying to get the Sunken Colony count down, but you only can afford to do about 1 or 2. When you go those 2 rounds of Sunken Colonies, that is so many. Race shooting down these Sunken Colonies. The anti-air is being limited here, but these Marines and Medics doing so much damage, desperately trying to micro against those race, but with the help of these Marine and Medics, Hyvaa has microed these Mutalisk for about the last 10 minutes, but it's not going to be enough. Hwasin's going to move on to win this game unless a miracle happens, and Hyvaa, I think his day is over here. We're going to have to move on to game 3, going to be played on Destination here, and this is going to be very interesting. 1 Mutalisk getting out, a couple more being produced. He might try to hold on for the moment, but in a terrible situation. And Hwasin, that is the red sniper that we all love to see. And GG coming from Hyvaa, followed up by the GG from our red sniper here. And that was a tough game for Hyvaa. I think people try to overuse the power of that map, and that's exactly what he's doing there. GG coming from him. Look forward to game 3, guys. That's all I got. Sunday signing out. Thanks. Bye.